Still seeing that band of moisture parked over Curry and Josephine County. This will slide eastward as we go further into the day. Summit, as we have been talking about all morning long, looking at snow-covered roadways, extremely hazardous travel conditions. In fact, they have been doing temporary holds over Siskiyou Summit.
We are out here at Stewart and Plum Street where a tree has fallen across the road. Crews are hard at work trying to get Plum Street back open.
As we get to Monday, that the storm system is going to start sliding eastward a bit, and east of the Cascades will get in on a little bit more action, and we will start seeing more in the way of precipitation in the Rogue Valley. This is going to slide down. That low pressure system is going to slide down, and that's what's going to cause this atmospheric river to be focused at southern Oregon and northern California as we do go into the weekend. Temperatures will be capped right around that 70-degree mark or so because of a dry cold front that will be sliding through our region. You are certainly going to want to try to cool yourself down in some way today, and everybody by now knows my favorite way to do that is with a frozen tasty treat. Eat that very quickly today. For your Eat Outside Index on your Friday, I give it a perfect 10. Temperatures going to be warmer than today, still not too hot. Winds are going to be fairly light. Levels going to be staying on the moderate side of things, and that is before we get back to those high levels of pollen as we go Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Yesterday we were talking about upper 80s, today low to mid 80s. As soon as tomorrow, we will be noticing about a 10-degree temperature drop, and then by Wednesday and Thursday, high temperatures will only be in the low 60s. Let's zoom in on these cells near Chemult right now. Again, moving off to the northeast, but certainly producing some lightning. If you live in that area, you may be waking up to a pretty big thunder and lightning show.
Turning now to Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Jeff Donovan, are we going to be swiping right on our weather today?
Well, I just learned that swiping left means no, so I'd say that swiping left on the smoke probably is going to be what most folks would prefer. If we take a look at what we're doing right now in terms of air quality in our region, we are looking at unhealthy values of air quality across southern Oregon and northern California. In fact, Josephine County, Jackson County, and a majority of Siskiyou and Klamath counties all seen unhealthy values of air quality this morning. Certainly not a great start to the morning. It is as we get to this evening, though, that some stronger winds from the west are going to be picking up, and at least for those of us west of the Cascades in southern Oregon, we could be looking at least a little bit of relief coming our way. There still remains this air quality alert in place until further notice for Jackson and Klamath counties because smoke is going to continue pumping into our region, continuing to lower some of that air quality. But again, getting into this evening, at least in Jackson County, there may be a little bit of relief coming our way. Temperature-wise, we are in the low 60s in our west side valleys, upper 40s to low 50s in Siskiyou County, and then east of the Cascades, temperatures are right now sitting in the 40s. Certainly a pretty mild start to the morning considering what we have been seeing recently. If we time out your hour by hour this morning for our west side valleys, we are going to maintain some of that dense smoke, but we will see temperatures already in the low 60s by your 8 a.m. Just a small indication that today going to be a really hot one across southern Oregon and northern California. Along the Oregon coast today, we are going to be looking at some clouds increasing as a weak storm system starts to encroach on our region, and that may actually touch off a few isolated showers as we go later into this evening. Expect high temperatures today to climb into the low 60s. As you do go into Siskiyou County, temperatures today climbing into those low to mid 90s. Once again, smoke going to remain awfully dense. We could see some high passing clouds in Siskiyou County as we go later into the day. East of the Cascades, expect daytime high temperatures today to be climbing into those upper 80s to low 90s. Smoke going to remain dense throughout the balance of your Tuesday. And then as we go into our mountains, 85 degrees today at Lake of the Woods, low 90s in Prospect and Butte Falls. And for our west side valleys, anticipate high temperatures today to climb into the mid-90s, 96 degrees in Medford, 94 degrees in Rogue River. There will be some increasing high clouds, especially as we go later into the day. Cannot rule out an isolated shower towards Cave Junction, although that's not too likely. Just anticipate a hot and smoky day for those of us in our west side valleys. Timing out your Storm Watch 12 smoke forecast. Getting into later this morning, right around your 9 a.m. hour, widespread smoke blanketing southern Oregon and northern California. Getting into this evening, I'll stop this right around your 10 o'clock hour. We're going to have some strong winds developing from the west, and that should help clear out some of the smoke from areas west of the Cascades in southern Oregon. Unfortunately, Siskiyou County and a majority of east of the Cascades will hold on to some of that dense smoke, but unfortunately, as we get into tomorrow, late morning and afternoon, the widespread smoke does return. So it's going to be a very short break, but a little break nonetheless. We are going going to have a red flag warning going into effect east of the Cascades as we get to your 1 o'clock hour today, because winds from the southwest will become very gusty, up to 35 miles an hour with very low relative humidity. So please practice that fire safety. Over the next 7 days, the coast will see a slight chance of showers today, but then we are going to remain dry the rest of the forecast period. Temperatures will be staying in the 60s. As we go into Siskiyou County, a couple more hot and smoky days coming our way, and unfortunately it does look like we are going to hold on to that smoke as we go through the weekend. East of the Cascades, a very small chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Thursday and Friday, although that does not look too likely. Just keep in mind there is that red flag warning that goes into effect at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And for our mountains, a hot and smoky day today, more smoke coming tomorrow. And for our west side valleys, we do look to remain dry through a majority of the forecast period, with temperatures on a slight cooling trend, but that smoke going to remain pronounced.
So I'm going to have to agree with you. I think we would swipe left on today's weather.
I certainly would. I'm tired of the smoke.
Me too.
Yeah.
I forgot what the sky looks like at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to look like a miracle when it finally opens up.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.